This happened once was worse than another.
Oh.
The girl who came to open up, who worked for her, came to open up, and it was like a windstorm had gone through the gallery.
Oh, wow.
Like, even so far as to have a glass vase broken.
Oh, crap.
Like, shattered.
Yeah.
No one was in there, for sure. No, I had a key,
Yep.
and they had a key. And, of course, I certainly didn't do it because that was part of the... we needed the gallery. People loved to go up to the gallery.
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful.
And I loved... She had, good pieces there. So, but the pictures were on the floor... or crooked were on the floor.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
So that was the worst of that.
Incidents, yeah.
But the girl who was very sensitive, who worked up there for a while, would see these fleeting images out of the corner of her eye. The black images out of the corner of her eye.
Wisps, as I call them.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
She saw that
wow.
for sure.
It had that one weird room off of that main gallery, though, too, right? I didn't like that room. There's something about that one.
Now, that... okay, as far as I know, some of the nuns slept there. That was where the nuns slept.
Okay.
And the girls were in that bigger open space.
In the bigger open, yes.
Right, the girls who boarded there.
But I don't know, just because it just seemed... I know people were shorter back then, too, so, I mean...
everything's so confined.
It was small. Like, it was just like a... It was more... tiny.
Well, that
it was
left
tight.
area, and I don't know whether you saw it before I redid it, but it was the left side who had the toilet by the window.
Oh, yes. Okay,
facing the store.
Correct. Yeah.
So
Get a load of this.
Yeah. I went in, it had a lace curtain, and that was it.
Wow.
So it must have had a blind, but, it didn't by the time I took it over.
No.
But when I took it over, you see, they just took Juliet out of there because she was found carrying a chair down to the highway. So
oh my God!
So they never, they had to take her out of there like right away.
She was just like carrying a
That's
chair?
not funny, but it's funny.
I know. I know.
Sad.
So it was just like she left.
That'll
she
be
cleared out her
personal
personal
of her chair.
There was adding machines from the nuns' day.
Oh,
everything was in there.
Wow.
Like on the lower left, like in the basement, what I call the basement, where you would come back in the back entrance.
Yep.
There was the complete, what do we call it? Kind of like your garagey room, if you want to call it, your tool room. Tool room sort of thing. With every conceivable thing that somebody might have used to fix things in there. It was even like a small toolbox. And
okay.
Wow. It was everything was there. Like, it was quite incredible.
Wow.
I didn't get any true things from, I'm sure the nuns cleaned that out before Juliet had it, but there were certain things in there that were quite incredible.
Wow.
And then going back to the gallery, you said there was a girl that worked up there that was kind of sensitive to that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what happened to her?
She left.
Oh, really? She left. That's it. That's
it.
Really?
I'm out of
here.
here.
She didn't really leave for that reason, I think.
Well, for this podcast, let's just say she did.
Might have been part of it.
Yeah, I know.
Big
Kind
part
of
it.
Screaming, arms in the air,
running down the highway.
I think it had more to do with the woman who managed or owned it at that time. So,
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so. But, so those are all, you win some, you lose some. As far, if you have tenants, you have tenants, but you can't.
Especially if there's something that's not quite right in your store. Especially if it's like...
No kidding.
But I particular just accepted that there on the grounds. But also, too, it was most beautiful. Like, we did events there. We did harvest events. We'd have everything from, lots of pumpkins to whatever. Right. And the nicest event I think I ever held there.
You had the old, before you had the Tin Lizzie, you had the car show.
Did you see the angel show in the fall or the winter?
I'm not sure.
That was one of the best.
Was it? Yeah.
So we invited any kind of artists to come. As long as they would provide an angel for the exhibit.
Oh.
So we set a date.
Nice.
And we took, applications. So somebody did this angel-like creation through the tree right in the north side. Do you remember?
Okay.
We don't know what direction that was. We never did know what direction we were facing because it was on the old Buffalo Trail to the west. So either northwest, depending how you wanted to go, east, whatever direction that was, that big tree right outside the door. I remember we used to go out in the summer and eat outside there, or people could eat outside.
Yep.
So she did this creation, and that was the closest we ever came to a physical spirit, I think.
Really?
Was that one in the tree that time.
Wow.
People were just, whoa, can I have the table by the window?
Really?
Yeah,
eh?
no, seriously.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I had somebody commission a wrought iron angel for the yard
nice.
that we lighted. Big. I mean, big.
Right.
It was big.
Huge, yeah.
So, Henny and I are watching our Christmas parade here.
Yeah.
And I went, Henny, there's the angel. This humongous.
Really?
Seriously, it was.
It came in
It was
Stonewall.
an angel. We took it home and put it in our yard
Oh,
eventually
really? Yeah.
when I was leaving there.
Right.
Do you remember
Okay.
seeing
Yeah,
that
I do remember
metal
that now.
angel in the yard?
Yeah.
So it ended up here in the float in the parade.
In a
I went,
float?
yeah. Here it turned out that was the guy who bought it from our place.
Nice.
Wow.
Isn't that funny? Yeah?
That is
So
funny.
the angel returned.
Yeah,
Yes.
back to visits.
6 degrees of Manitoba separation.
That's
I
crazy,
know.
though.
Yeah,
And
that was really great.
So, and was there anything else you can remember at the Nunnery? Any weird activities?
Well, I think it was just that it felt really good there. It always did feel
For
really
you.
good there. And I think for everybody. I mean, we did weddings, we did events, we did everything in
Right.
the yard, with the backdrop of the great old Roman Catholic Church there.
Oh,
So
cool.
but there were odd little things like that, but mostly it involved the bakery.
Yeah.
What's the
Things
bakery?
moving.
And the top level.
And the bread. What's with the bread?
Maybe they wanted bannock, not bread.
Hey.
Maybe.
But not a lot with the chapel. Like there was never anything there
No
much.
disturbances there,
You know
really?
what I mean? With the chapel, which was also an art gallery at one time.
Okay.
Maybe a
then-
nice
and then
person
I-
owned it, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Could have been all like
Maybe the
personality
difference?
related,
Sure.
right?
well, Juliet
Some
was,
people have a bad spirit about
Yeah.
them, right? They travel with like baggage that sort of,
yeah,
True.
maybe.
I think, taints the world as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the area itself is so old with so much history.
Oh, for sure.
Both the settlements all up and down the river of the original
Fascinating
Aboriginal
stuff.
peoples here.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the French Canadians and the Métis all lived there, and
Right.
Cuthbert, it was Cuthbert Grant's really original
It's very
property
cool.
there. So
Very cool stuff.
I like for me personally, there was something about the bathroom in the basement in that one corner. There was something about that corner I just did not like. I don't know if they punished nuns and put them down there somewhere, but I don't know. There's just something off. Did not like that. Did not like that
Because-
bathroom.
young women.
yeah.
By the back stair.
right,
You know?
I
Yeah, there was
remember
just
that one.
no. Did not like that at all.
No.
But that's just me, maybe. Whoops.
Who knows who they brought there? Like when nuns went there, were they coming from Winnipeg? Like, or where were they
Or a
coming
surrounding
from?
area.
Yeah, like
Didn't
curiosity.
large families used to have to donate one kid
That's what
per
I'm thinking.
family?
Like,
I
was
think,
there
right?
like young children
Like,
that
it
were
was-
there to like train to be?
Because it used to be the priest.
Yeah.
It would be
Take
the
me
oldest
to a
son had to be
nunnery.
the priest,
Yeah.
and then
Right?
usually maybe the oldest daughter. I don't know.
So
know.
I did hear. This has not much to do with ghosts or spirits or presence or anything, but there were children brought there, to go to school there,
Right.
and so there was 4 people by the window one day, and I went over and chatting, and they were from Eli.
Okay.
They were laughing. They were selling their anniversary and celebrating their communal anniversary. These
Okay.
2 couples. So they told me their story, and they were older at this time as well. But both the one woman had gone to the convent there.
Oh, she had.
So I was most interested.
there.
Like I have her name somewhere too. But anyway, she had gone to the convent there as a girl
to learn
before they
as a
closed.
student.
You see, yes.
Wow.
So she got caught by the Mother Superior kissing her husband on the steps outside the door of
Did
the
they
convent.
wrap her knuckles with wooden
She had to clean all the pots for a year.
for a year?
Yeah, for all the people who
For one kiss, that's an expensive
That's
kiss.
so she said she got so teased because
Oh, I can
they say,
imagine.
"Why are you doing those pots all the time?" She said, "Oh, I want to. It's for God."
yeah.
And he said, I want to. But meanwhile, the Mother Superior, that was
So, yeah.
that was her punishment. She had to do pots for a year.
Wow. I know. I can't imagine being that disciplined now.
So
It's crazy.
the man she was with when they were celebrating their, I forget, 40th or 50th anniversary, that was him.
And he was
It
the
was him.
troublemaker. Oh, she should make him clean
He
pots
was
for
the
life now.
troublemaker. He was the one.
He must have suffered for
I
that
know.
after somehow.
And they
Can
were
you
they
imagine?
could laugh, they were laughing about it.
Well, that's good
Wonderful.
though. That's what a nice story to have for
they're
your
wonderful people.
beginning of your
I
life
know.
with your husband, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a
Kidding.
great story, but
Well, you see, because that's such an old area, there were lots of people who came there because it was open, including
Right.
nuns.
yeah.
So they
Oh,
would
yeah.
come out and visit from the city and have lunch.
Yeah.
And some of them may not have known it in its, well, they wouldn't maybe because it was closed in the 50s, but some of the older ones did because it opened in 94 there.
Okay.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, they may have done so.
So to switch gears just a bit, with all your experiences, You were also for a while working with the Dalvin Museum on Carleton, correct?
Yes.
And what was like you set up the gift shop. You were a bit of a curator type liaison.
When they built the new addition on there, the interpretive center onto the original house of Sir Hugh John MacDonald, I did know the Richardson family, and Kathleen Richardson found me and asked if I would take on doing the gift shop within the new addition.
Okay.
Which is what I did. But I had quite a bit to do with the convent, or with the Dalnevert at the same time.
For sure.
The actual original museum. Yeah. So, I was in a lot. And originally the gift shop had been down in there too, like in the basement and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So,
love the basement there.
Yes.
So I got that same good feeling, like how you got with the Nunnery. That's how I felt about the basement.
You went down there? Yeah.
A lot.
Really?
Now, I loved it down there.
Men loved that basement because of the flooring. Did you ever notice
beautiful
the flooring?
Yeah.
They had huge
for the time.
Timbers with gaps between, and that was the foundation.
Wow.
So it gave with the riverbank, because the Downriver sits pretty good. So it gave, and the house never cracked.
Nothing.
It was great. Huge. So men wanted to come down, like engineers would come down and
then
the floor.
check it out and see. Wow.
In good shape,
yeah.
But right after I came there, I don't think they liked the change.
No.
There. So doors would bang, and I'd run down, or somebody else, I'd say, go, run down, nothing, nobody. And it was often the side door to the south that the sound seemed to come from, but there was never anything there.
I actually read that almost all the hinges in that place are original to when it was first built. So that's kind of interesting, though, like leftover whatever energy in the original building, right? Yeah. It's pretty cool. Especially if it's doors slamming, right? It's like,
Weren't you saying as well, because when they did the renovations, they disconnected the delivery bell in the back, but then you'd be down in the basement?
And the doorbell would ring. Oh. You go running upstairs, there'd be nobody at the front door.
Ooh, creepy.
And then it's like, it's disconnected, so it shouldn't ring.
I know.
Who wanted to give you what? Who was delivering what?
That's right. What did he want?
What did he want to deliver?
He wanted another cigar.
Yeah.
And women came in who had been boarders there. I don't know whether you knew that or not, but
I heard something about that.
Or something.
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
So a couple of women came in who had been boarders there.
Okay.
And they lived there.
Right.
And the stories, they had got the stories for this figure in the window, which seemed to be pretty common knowledge.
Was that the son, I think?
They thought so.
Oh, okay. Because he died in the house too, right?
Yeah. Describing him, or describing what people seem to see in that
like
window, it was likely him.
Wow.
But, so anyway, they knew all these things. So it was kind of nice to talk to somebody who'd actually lived there when it was their rooming house.
Wow.
Till, what was it, 1974 or 84?
Right. And was there... You said something too about the cigar smell, right? You could smell that?
Oh, really?
So Bob Krill, who owns Cornelia Bean.
Okay.
One day I did a sort of a tea event. So we booked in people in the new auditorium part. So I'd asked Bob Krill if he'd do a tea presentation.
Okay.
So he wanted to come before to see the lay of the land. I said, well, come on Tuesday. It's still closed, but we're to have that on Wednesday, I think. So I said, come Tuesday, whatever, closed, but that's fine. I'll let you in. We can tour and whatever. So he said, oh, I've never seen the real museum here, the actual museum. I said, well, I can open it up and we'll have a look. I said, I won't turn all the lights on, but we can have a quick, Yeah. So we entered through the kitchen area there.
Beautiful kitchen.
Great kitchen. So we went through there, and as we started down the hall, I said, oh, I'll show you a room it's a guy's room. It's really wonderful. It was Sir Hugh's study.
Right.
Oh. So I said, I'll show you that. So as we started down the hall, you could smell this tobacco smell.
Really?
Like a really strong tobacco smell.
Wow.
When I thought about it after, or even, I can even smell it now, because, they say that stays with you, smells or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was like my grandfather's pipe tobacco.
Right.
So anyway, we go down the hall, and then you get in the study, and it was really strong.
Wow.
And Bob said to me, he said,
who's been in here?
You don't allow smoking in here, do you? And I said, no.
Just one special person.
Okay, Sir Hugh, you're busted. You and your cronies are busted. Drinking, smoking, you're busted.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's amazing.
So I have a witness to that.
That's
really
cool.
Me.
That's very cool.
But I never, other than the sounds and the doorbell ringing and all that, I never really experienced much after,
Sure.
that. But then there were a lot of people